Live from our campus studio near the base of Mission Peak, this is Ohlone Tri-City News, featuring stories about our neighbors in Fremont, Newark, and Union City.
Good evening and welcome to Ohlone Tri-City News for Wednesday, April 26th. I'm Nick Beeler, and now the news. Coyote Hills Regional Park is hosting two fun and free events this Saturday. Welcome to all ages. At 11 a.m., you have the chance to learn to play games practiced by the Ohlone people since immemorial and present. You can even win prizes and make your own game to take home. All ages are welcome, but if you're bringing your little ones, parent participation is required. And later in the day, Saturday, there will be an outdoor story walk at Coyote Hills to explore the wonders of the marsh. Come enjoy a stroll with stories, songs, and movement. Each session features a different nature-themed book designed to spark curiosity about nature. Again, this event is open to all ages and parent participation is required. The event is also disability accessible and will be held from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. For more information, call 510-544-3220. Fremont's new downtown event center is becoming home to many community events as of late. Its most recent one began an Earth Day fair. Here's Kaya with the story.
Some of the most environmentally conscious members of the community gathered at Fremont's downtown event center last Saturday for an Earth Day fair. Some booths were dedicated to helping the community with recycling and eco-friendly transportation, while others were there to spread the word about animal-related causes and gardening. Ohlone even had its own booth, and a local art gallery showcased nature-inspired works from young artists in the area. There were also plenty of opportunities for kids to get involved in learning more about planet Earth, such as art projects and DIY crafts, and even bee colonies and worm composting setups to interact with. This hands-on learning experience not only inspired the next generation to be curious about how they can make a difference, but it also invited the rest of the community to consider their habits and be more eco-friendly in their day-to-day lives. Whether you are passionate about flora or fauna, this event had an educational experience for everyone. If you missed the fair and want to know how to protect the earth and its resources every day, you can visit fremont.gov and explore the Environmental Services tab. This is Kaya Johnson for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Despite the wealth of Tri-City area, there are more than 1,000 homeless living in our community. Here's Charles with the story.
Who are the homeless? Let's meet them.
72-year-old Lester has been homeless about 10 years.
Just got evicted from the house we're at because my girlfriend didn't pay the rent on time, and she went her way and I went mine, and that was a while ago.
Before he was homeless, Ohlone lived in foster care. When he became an adult, he aged out of the program with no place to live.
Sleep by Jack London in Oakland, by the waters. Park benches hurt, I'll tell you that. Sleeping in the car with my kids, hearing gunshots at night in Oakland. That wasn't the life that I didn't want it no more.
Some of the homeless live in cars, like this elderly lady. She did not want to give us her name for privacy reasons.
This is the first time I've ever been homelessness and living in my car.
Corinne, 57, has been homeless for 23 years.
Well, due to a drug addiction that I had in the past, I got cleaned up, and then I was able to rent a room from somebody, and then that person ended up losing the home due to the father dying, so I had to move.
Got a motel for a while, and then it, got costly. I couldn't pay for it all the time.
According to the February 2022 homeless census, there were 1,029 homeless people living in the Tri-City area. 160 lived in temporary homeless facilities, and 866 unhoused people lived in the streets, parks, tents, cars, vans, campers, and in abandoned buildings. The elderly lady living in her car was terrified when she slept on the street alone.
I didn't stay out there long. I was like a week. Yeah, I felt afraid because I would park different places where I thought was safe, but I didn't really sleep well because I didn't know what was going to happen.
The homeless life is a hard life. You are cold and hungry, and sometimes your meager possessions are taken from you.
Because, a lot of us live in tents, and you can feel every every piece of wind and just every coldness.
My location was at the time in Oakland. It was pretty bad because, you know, I was walking to the store with my young daughter, with Aaliyah, and some guys from like old neighborhoods and stuff like that, pretty much pulled up on me with a gun in their hand, you know, while I had my daughter, you know, and that was pretty much for me. That was like the tip of the iceberg, because you know it's one thing for me alone being, you know, in that position, but for me to be walking with my child and for that to happen, that was probably the hardest thing I'd ever have to deal with, honestly. Just being homeless in the streets. Everything else, when it was just me personally, it was a piece of cake.
At my age, you know, we got evicted when I was like in my 50s, so, or wait, no, 60s, and I'm 72 now, so nobody's hiring my old ass.
Can't leave my camp alone in fear of it, you know, getting robbed and vandalized and whatever knows else.
So, I mean, who wants to be homeless anyway? I mean, realistically, you know, it's nothing fun about sleeping outside or having to steal just to eat. You know, it's too much. You know, it's too much of a risk because you don't have no money, no place to go.
Only 5% of the homeless were from out of state. 67%, 2/3, were residents of the Tri-City area at the time they lost their homes. In part 2 of the Ohlone Tri-City News investigation into the unhoused, we will learn how some of the folks that we've talked with were able to move beyond homelessness through the intervention of local agencies. I am Charles Bolton for Ohlone Tri-City News.
Union City is hosting Pop-Up on the Promenade Every Day is Earth Day edition. The free-to-attend event will host a maker's market with handmade goods, art, sustainable fashion, plants, music, and kids' activities. There will also be a community closet, clothing, and donation drop-off. The event will be hosted this Saturday, April 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Studio 11, 34626 11th Street, Union City. Don't go away, Ohlone College is celebrating their 50-year anniversary of Deaf Pride. More details after the break.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
Ohlone College's Deaf Studies Department is celebrating 50 years of Deaf Pride. The 50th year anniversary celebration will host a book presentation and signing by local deaf authors and a film screening of Coda, a movie starring a deaf teenager. With a reception at 6:15, the event will happen this Friday, April 28th from 5 to 9 p.m. at the Smith Center. A New Haven Day has been casted upon James Logan High School. Here's Xavier with the story.
A New Haven Day has appeared in the center of a big green field. James Logan High held their first annual New Haven Day to showcase over 40 student performances throughout the day. They had vendors from different programs and schools, along with food trucks in the vicinity. It's a free event open to the public. Schools and community partners were gathered to highlight young talent and share programs from community partners. Head on over to mynhusd.org for future events.
And now it's time for entertainment. If you like the John Wick films, then there's a new movie that you might be interested in. Coming out this Friday from the studio behind John Wick is Sisu. The film takes place during the final days of World War II and is about a retired Finnish commando who now lives a life as a solitary gold prospector. When he strikes it rich, his only option is to travel 563 miles to the nearest bank. However, along the way, he encounters a platoon of Nazis who steal his gold. Little do they know who they are messing with. This legendary ex-commando was a one-man death squad who is now on a mission to hunt down every last Nazi he has to until he can get his gold back. Reviews have begun to come out, and it currently stands at a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes. Many critics agree that this film is just badass. The action is exciting, intense, and extravagant. If you liked the action in any of the John Wicks, then this film is right up your alley, as it easily compares. The word Sisu is a Finnish concept that revolves around courage, bravery, unimaginable determination, and the ability to never quit, even in the face of overwhelming odds. And you can see how this Finnish soldier embodies exactly that in Sisu, in theaters this Friday. Now streaming on Apple TV Plus is the new movie Ghosted, starring Chris Evans and Ana de Armas. The movie is about a guy named Cole, played by Evans, who falls head over heels for Sadie, played by de Armas. After a first date, Cole immediately believes Sadie is the one for him. When he reaches out to Sadie about a second date, he receives no text back, which result in the fear that he may have been ghosted. Cole then decides to travel to London to surprise Sadie, who is on a business trip there, as he thinks she might not have any data. When Cole gets kidnapped by a team of special ops due to a mistaken identity, he is surprised to find Sadie as his savior. Sadie then reveals that she is a secret agent for the CIA and is currently on a mission to stop codes for a new deadly weapon from being distributed. However, Cole is mistaken as the one who has access to the codes and now has a target on his head. He is then pulled into the mission with Sadie and must help her save the world. Reviews for Ghosted are currently mixed. Some say that the film is very fun and an entertaining watch with exciting action, suspenseful moments, and tasteful comedy all throughout the film. Others say that the lack of extreme chemistry between the leads and somewhat dull plot take away from the watching experience. You can catch Ghosted on Apple TV Plus and see what side you fall under. And in the world of video games, the sequel to the hit original Jedi Fallen Order is coming out this Friday. Titled Jedi Survivor, the sequel continues on with the next chapter of Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' journey. Picking up 5 years after the events of the original game, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the story of Star Wars Jedi Survivor centers on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis' struggle to stay one step ahead of the hostile Galactic Empire and its relentless efforts to exterminate the last remaining survivors of Order 66. Where this adventurous, action-packed story takes Cal this time, you'll have to play to find out. The reviews are already in, and critics are saying this game is a very strong sequel and improves upon almost every core element seen in the original game. Cal Kestis is a very compelling protagonist and proves to be one of the best new Star Wars characters we've been introduced to during this era of content. You can play Jedi Survivor when it comes out this Friday on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and Series S. And that's all for entertainment. To welcome the spring season, Ardenwood Historic Farms is holding a celebration of arts, culture, and history in their Patterson house. The house will host a display of quilts and textiles, have an opportunity for plein air painting, and provide art demonstrations. This event will be held this Saturday, April 29th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The entry fee ranges from $5 to $7 and includes your admission, a house tour, and one free art kit. Advanced registration is recommended, and you can do so by heading to www.regirec.com. The STEM Summit is giving a chance for students to network with specialists from different fields. Find out more after the break.
You quit smoking and thought, that's that. But here's the thing about lung cancer. By the time you see the symptoms, it could be too late. But now, there's a new scan that can detect lung cancer early, when it's more curable. If you smoked, get scanned. Talk to your doctor or learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The Ohlone STEM Summit serves to provide STEM students opportunities to engage with industry professionals, learn more about a diverse amount of STEM fields and careers, and facilitate the exchanging of ideas through networking and learning. This event will take place this Friday, April 28th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will start at the Ohlone Fremont campus's Building 1 lecture hall. There will be a guest speaker panel, a club and career featuring STEM employers who will be sharing information about their companies. There will also be Ohlone Hacks 4.0, a Jeopardy-style hackathon. An open house held at the Ohlone Fremont campus allowed incoming students to get a feel for the college and partake in activities and learning. Here's Vincent with the story.
Ohlone Super Saturday Open House was held at the Fremont campus this past Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Students were able to learn what Ohlone has to offer by touring the campus and visiting different booths from different Ohlone departments and programs. The open house included application workshops and on-site staff to support and prepare students for the college journey. The event also had food, games, prizes, and activities for attendees to participate in and enjoy. There will be another Super Saturday Open House this Saturday at the Ohlone Newark campus from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This is Vincent for Ohlone Tri-City News.
The UC Youth and Family Services in Spark Point, Fremont invite teens in grades 9 to 12 to a workshop to begin financial wealth. It will be hosted at the Kennedy Youth Center this Friday at 4 p.m. There will be light snacks, as well as entry to 4 $25 gift card drawings. For more information, contact at UC Teens on Instagram. And now it's time for weather. Back to you, Anna.
Thank you, Nick. We've had some pretty warm weather this week. Today, San Jose reached a high of 83, while the lowest today was in Santa Cruz at 54. Let's take a look at tonight's low temperatures. Tonight, we will see mid to low 50s all around the Bay Area, and Santa Cruz at the lowest temperature with 52 degrees. The highest temperature tonight will be in San Jose at 57. Let's take a look at tomorrow. Tomorrow, the high will be 91 in San Jose, while the lowest will be in Santa Cruz at 60 degrees. Let's take a look at this week's forecast. We will see sunny skies and warm weather until Saturday, when the temperature will start to drop with some cloudy skies. That's it for this week's weather. Back to you, Nick.
Thank you, Anna. Ohlone Mecha invites you to our Cinco de Mayo celebration next Tuesday, May 2nd from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on Ohlone Way, Fremont campus. There will be food by Tacos Bravo and performances by Ballet Folklorico, James Logan High School, and Chicana History. Join us for performances, music, food, and games. Ever wonder what it's like having coffee with serving members of our community? Find out more after this break.
We all know what it's like to feel alone. But it just takes one new connection. Want to get out of here? To empower many.
This is unbelievable.
It doesn't take a superhero to bring forces together. We all have the power to reach out.
Let's go!
And help someone feel like they belong.
Pretty cool, huh?
We are stronger together.
Wait! Not in the toilet!
No, don't do that. No.
Don't hit your brother! Ooh!
Not again.
What did I tell you about playing in the mud?
Raffy, not so close to the pool. Wait!
Frankie, happy. What are you doing? We told you never to touch the gun!
I'm sorry, I didn't think it was that big of a deal.
You could have hurt yourself!
Safely store your guns, unload, lock, and away from ammo.
Mission San Jose Chamber of Commerce presents Arts Mosaic Mission San Jose. It will celebrate art, culture, and creativity. Arts Mosaic Mission San Jose will take place this Saturday, April 29th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Ellsworth and Washington Boulevard. Are you interested in getting to know your community's local law enforcement? You might even enjoy getting a drink with them. Here's JJ with the story.
Earlier today, Mission Coffee hosted the Fremont Police Department to a meet and greet with our local community. There was coffee and you could talk and ask questions to a cop. They also had a booth showcasing other events that the Fremont Police Department are hosting. Towards the end, they brought in a video production team to help them with recruiting. If you are interested in a part-time job, the Fremont Police Department are helping people who are looking to work for the government. Go to fremontpolice.gov, click on Now Hiring, go to the menu tab, and apply. If you are also interested in any other events the Fremont Police are hosting, go to fremontpolice.gov, click on events, and find what fun events you would be interested in. This is JJ with Ohlone Tri-City News.
In Mission San Jose last week. Thanks to the department's efforts, the baby ducks were safely reunited with their mother and are now happily together. That's amazing. And that is all for tonight's Ohlone Tri-City News. Please join us next Wednesday starting at 8:30 p.m. live on Comcast Channel 28 and our IBM video channel. To see recordings of stories and past shows, visit ohlonetv.net and have a great rest of your day. Oh man, that show was something.